It's going to be the collector side. It's going to be the shop side. It's going to be the business side. It's going to be the wax side and case side and all the other things. What's up, everybody? Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of MeelyStox. My name is Jameel Muhammad. You may not know me, but I'm sure you know the Slabstox network and what they put out. I'm joining the team, and I'm going to be giving a interesting perspective from a card shop owner. And so I'm really excited to do this, really excited to bring about maybe a new perspective for a lot of you, things like wax, grading, may even get into things like Pokemon and some of the other things as well. But I'm doing our first episode today. Hello, like I said, my name is Jameel. I'm here in Gainesville, Florida, and I own a card shop. We've been going at this pretty hard for about two and a half years now. And I've been in the card game for about 10 years, buying and selling, doing shows, eBays, ComCs, everything in between, grading, of course, PSA, Beckett, SGC, all those things. So hopefully it'll be a good time. So welcome to the first episode. I'm going to be talking about Mosaic Football in just a little bit, but before we get into that, I just want to give you a backstory regarding how I've kind of come into cahoots with the MeelyStox name here in Slabstox. Aaron and his team there. We met in the 2019 Cleveland National, and was it 2019 Chicago National? It's just crazy the way the Nationals have been with COVID and all. 2019 Chicago National, and they invited me on their network to do a Pack Wars. So we actually did a Pack Wars. Aaron and I did. I did win, and I will rub that in from time to time as we keep going on with these episodes. But it was a lot of fun. I actually had a really good time just kind of talking about what they do and what they've been putting out to the public for free, helping people out in the community, understanding values, understanding metrics, understanding data of cards, ups and downs. And I think it's been really cool to see them grow as a network. So I'll be part of the Slabstox network. We're calling this show MeelyStox, and it's just kind of a partnership between us. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of cool things that we do going forward. And I look forward to giving you guys some good insight. So anyways, I beat him in Pack Wars, and then we kind of just grew from there, started talking more about cards. Aaron and I have a love of things together, like soccer. We've grown up and watched soccer, and I got to meet his mom and dad. I got to play with Pack Wars against his dad as well, which was fun. And here in Gainesville, they came down. So we hope to grow this relationship as we continue to bring forth what is an incredible market information in the sports card world, as well as maybe in some of the gaming card world. And I look forward to talking to you guys about wax and kind of things from a different perspective outside of the graded rookie cards and the graded cards that we see typically on Slabstox. So with that, I like to get into our first element today, which is going to be Mosaic Football. We're going to talk about 2020 Mosaic Football and talk to you a little bit about what's happened as we've seen it been released on Friday night. So I'm filming this video on Sunday, and I'm going to give you guys a couple little metrics that I've come up with and some data, things that I've looked at. And I want to break the product down for people because I think it's very important to understand what is going on with Mosaic 2020 Football. So, first things first. The Mosaic Hobby boxes were released on Friday, so you guys can see it here in the picture. Mosaic Hobby right here, and I'll put this on screen here, and you guys can see my hand. But the Mosaic Hobby were released on Friday. 2 autos per box, which is very different in the basketball because basketball had the 1 auto per box. But it's almost the exact same because the release with basketball, all the kind of parallels of the silvers, the Mosaic parallels, the inserts, the hobbies exclusives, all the things that we came in love with Mosaic basketball, you can find that in football. So this is the first release ever of Mosaic Football. Another thing to keep in mind for you out there is this is the first release of 2020 with NFL uniform players, with the rookies and all those other things in terms of a chrome-like card. And you guys know the brands that people like to collect and invest and grade in are chrome, that are like Prism, Optic, Select, and now Mosaic. And we saw that with basketball kind of as first year coming into its own element. Mosaic was a brand that was around initially. It was kind of tethered to Prism. So it's called Prism Mosaic in basketball. Had those for a couple years, and now they broke free in basketball, launched it, and now we have our first year Mosaic Football, which the release has been really great. I've been watching it. People have been selling out. A couple buddies' shops. Shout outs to RBI crew out there in Missouri and Indy Card Exchange. These guys just selling through boxes, selling out of boxes the first couple of days of releases.
We've had a lot of action here in the shop, a lot of people opening on our breaks, which has been really cool. And the cards came out really nice. I think you'll see that when you look at the mosaics, you see the golds, you see the parallels, you see the stained glass. There's a lot of fun stuff to be had. So a typical hobby box right now is running around $750. That number could change almost daily now with wax. $750 to about $800. And in a hobby box, what you're seeing is one autograph, like I was talking about. You'll get 5 silvers in a box. You'll get 15 mosaic parallels, and you'll get 20 inserts. So if you buy a case, it's quite a bit of parallels stuff to go through, and with the rookies and the things that come out of that, you do pretty well. They do have a slew of other stuff, so I'm going to kind of try and fill you in on that. Mosaic Choice, this is also offered. We have these in shop. They're also running, I think, about $650 to $700, depending where you get it from right now, of course. And Mosaic Choice, kind of the littler version with the one auto, but it has those 3 exclusive parallels that are specific to Mosaic Choice. I think this is how you get the nebulas, if I'm not mistaken. The 1 silver and 1 mosaic you'll get in a box as well, and then 2 choice rookies. So you have those 2 options. Those are kind of the hobby options that I look at, and then I don't know how you might take the fast break of the world, but they're calling it no huddle. Panini's calling it no huddle. So you have the no huddle boxes. I'll have those coming in soon as well. But those will be kind of like the fast break. If you compare that to basketball with like the disco parallels and all those other things that come along. I think you get an auto in those boxes as well. You're going to get 10, they call them no huddle parallels, so 10 fast break parallels if you think in the basketball world. 3 silvers, you get a rookie variation and 5 inserts in those. Then they're also going to have retail. So the retail world is going to be quite intense, as you guys know. I think the release week is this week for retail. I can imagine everybody and their mother trying to get retail. You might be calling up grandma at Target to, down in West Palm Beach or the Villages. That's here a joke here in Florida, but to go get you some mosaic off the shelves. But they're going to have, is from what I can see, what I've kind of done my research on, you're going to have retail boxes, you're going to have mega boxes, you're going to have blaster boxes, you're going to have hanger boxes, and of course the fat packs or the cello. So 5 options with retail. So if you think about this, just kind of going forward in this 2020 season, when is Prism coming out? When is Optic coming out? When is Select coming out? Well, those aren't going to be for a few months. And Prism, as you guys know, is kind of dictates the market in a lot of ways. We've never seen this before. Mosaic has now come out at the beginning of the season. It's the first, like I said, NFL Chrome-like brand. And I think it's going to be here for a while. I think people are going to really do well. I think you're going to see a lot of grading of this stuff. A lot of people paying attention to pop reports, the Joe Burrows, the Tuas, the Herberts, everybody that's in there. And speaking of Joe Burrow, I was looking at a few things here. So let me kind of pull up just the base silvers that you guys know about with Mosaic. So here's some base silvers these are just recent sales off eBay. I think the trending when you look at these offers, they're all around about $1,000. So we're looking at base Joe Burrow silvers in the opening weekend, selling around $1,000, which to me, I mean, that's really strong, right? You click over here, now look at the gold parallels. These golds are also selling very, very, very well. The golds are only in hobby, I believe. I don't think you can get those in Mosaic Choice. I could be wrong on that though. And the golds, as you can see, these are just some sales of even vets and 2nd and 3rd and 4th year players. So as you guys go through and you navigate Mosaic, there's quite a lot of value retention there. We've had a lot of people who come and shop, new collectors, old collectors, just saying, hey man, I'm getting a lot of value out of this, from this box, and they're not necessarily hitting anything major, just good amount of base rookies, things of that nature. Now you will find some cool parallels. Here's the one that I like. We had a Pack Wars the other night, so I'm going to go ahead and claim my claim to fame out of Mosaic was my In It to Win It parallel that I pulled. I beat Money Bison and Play a Tim. You guys might meet those guys later on, but that was they're nice cards, and I think they'll grade well. I think you'll see a lot of high grades with these cards. I think the way that they come out and how they're finished, especially in the hobby side of things, they'll do well. I think the retention will be there for the hobby parallels and the hobby only specific stuff. You're going to probably see a rise in the market with the retail like you always do. You'll probably see a ton of pinks and greens and base silvers and silver mosaics that will come out with the retail kind of launching this week. But for right now, just looking at it from a Sunday perspective, I think it's a strong brand. I think you're going to see it for a while. And the boxes may go up. The hobby boxes and the hobby choice stuff, the no huddle stuff, may increase in price because we're not going to see anything from Panini for this crazed market for football right now. for some time before we get to Prism, before we get to Optic, and before we get to Select. So keep that in mind. I think that's it's a smart brand to maybe start buying some singles, buying some packs, ripping, have fun with it. We as a store, you're gonna see my perspective is not just the investment side. It's going to be the collector side. It's going to be the shop side. It's going to be the business side. It's going to be the wax side and case side and all the other things. So look forward to bringing that to you guys as we kind of come with this partnership, MeelyStox, we're calling it. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to kind of get your input on the videos when we release them. Aaron and I are talking about how we want to kind of release these. I think it may be on a Wednesday, but we'll see each week. And I'm going to bring you a kind of a smorgasbord of information on different things that I've done. I love cards. I love the hobby. I love people getting into the hobby. I know there's a lot of you new folks out there finding sports cards, finding gaming cards, finding memorabilia, finding autographs, finding Funkos, all that stuff. And I'd love to talk to you more about that as I can. And hopefully we bring some good information to you, valuable information, as we make these little videos. But for now, that's going to be this week is Mosaic 2020. Hopefully I gave you a little backstory on that and give you some information for you to take as you navigate the hobby world. We'll have a new episode out each week and look to share a lot with you guys. Let us know what you'd like to see. Let us know how you may like to see things from the hobby shop world, things that maybe some of you guys don't have. You may not have a local card shop, so how can we support you in that? What are some things that we can share? And just a quick plug, we're going to be launching our new website probably in 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to be MeelyPops.com, and I'd love for you guys to check that out. As we have boxes for sale, we'll have our breaks for sale, and we'll even have some single cards available. That stuff sells so fast, though. So thanks a lot. I'll be sharing a lot more with you. Check us out on our socials, and I look to be sharing a lot more with you guys over these weeks and months to come. See ya!